Fellow bankers, this is your welcome back to another deposit. This is your host, Nafi Sparrow, the representative of Benny Banks, known as Benjamin Banks. And today's deposit will be about do not contain your passion. Do not contain your passion. Do not, I repeat, do not contain your passion. What do I mean by that? Don't hold yourself back. You have a passion inside you that is waiting to be ignited. All it needs for you is to spark it. You have a passion inside you that needs to be released. It's bursting to be released. And what we do sometimes, we allow the self-doubt, okay, the lack of confidence, not being certain and sure, the opinions of others, and all of these different distractions to get us to lock away our passion, or to discard it altogether, or to keep it hidden from the world, or to not share it, and believing that it's going to be a failure, believing that it's not going to be what you think it's going to be if you do release it. And I'm here to tell you that isn't true, because your passion needs to burst free. And it doesn't matter what others may think. It doesn't matter about anything except that the fact that you need to spark it. Because the news flash is, when we go to work and when we work and trade our time, our sweat for others, we are in reality living the dream and the passion of someone else, our employer. That was someone else's vision. That was someone else's idea. That was someone else's passion that they took the leap of faith, if you will, and they exposed it to the world. And look where it developed at, that they was able to put you on payroll and hire you to help push forth their passion. And there's nothing wrong with working with others or working for others in their passion. But you locking away your passion is not right. You've been given that passion. You've been given that dream, that vision, that you need to see it through. And this is what I've been telling myself, and daily affirmations are important. You should always tell yourself, constantly repeat to yourself what you need to not only boost your confidence, but it keeps you on the straight and narrow. It keeps your eyes on the prize. You constantly tell yourself, and I tell myself, listen, do not lock away your passion. Ignite it. Allow it to burst forth from you. And it doesn't matter in which way I show that passion, I have to do it. So if I release my passion and it trickle out through fashion, through teaching, through manufacturing products, all right, through selling, through any of these methods, then that's my passion. That's from me. That's something that I'm animated about, And I wanted to share with you guys something from Benjamin B. Banks, taken from his Blueprint for Success. He has, in the beginning of this 10-Stack Commandments, he mentioned something very potent, if you will, that I think will resonate with you guys, because it resonated with me. And he says the fascinating thing about having ideas is that it gives you the ability to create, invent, and fashion your own world. Think about that. Just being able to have an idea. That's fascinating. And to see that idea shapes, right, in your mind, in your heart, and to begin to go through all of the different possibilities and manifestation of that idea. And you begin to create. You are creating in a way. You're not creating like the creator, of course, but you're creating in a sense that you are bringing about something that might not be there into fruition through your idea, right? He said magic is at work when formulating an idea. The ability to be able to captivate your audience by displaying to them an extraordinary vision. Because that's what happened. You are your first audience. That idea, as it settles through your mind, you know how happy you get. And then when you think about the possibilities and you think about where it can lead, you know how invigorating that is, how exhilarating that be. Anyone that had an idea, an awesome idea, and they allow themselves to reflect and fester and just settle on that idea and think of all the different possibilities, I know from my own personal experience that you become excited. You become exhilarating because you think about all of the possibilities, and they haven't even come to fruition yet, but this is how you feel. So if you are at that point feeling that good, just imagine how it would be if you were able to get over and past the distractions of your own fear, your lack of confidence, your self-doubt, and the opinions of others, and that you share it with other people. Imagine what it would do. It can be a benefit for not only yourself, but for them. And to see someone else working through your idea, or working with your idea, or being on your payroll through your passion, the reward is undeniable. So when he says this very world in which we all reside in, to say the least, is a marvelous wonder of creation with so many dimensions and layers that if all of mankind were to come together to produce its like, they would be unable to do so. There's no denying that. We see all the different wonderful and marvelous things in this world, whether you want to talk about from the sun, the moon, the alternating of night and day, the stars, the sky, the insects, the different life forms, etc. It's endless. Right? And he says that very same world that we are fascinated by, that we live in right now, begin as a thought. First as an idea, then materialize into this beautiful piece of art that is displayed right in front of us. God wanted to create the world, he said, be and it was. He thought it into existence. And I think that's the point Benjamin is making to us here. That this wonderful thing that we live in right now was an idea first. So imagine the status or the gravity of your idea and what it can do for others. Yeah, you're not the creator, so you're not going to make something so crazy and wonderful like the world, but just think about the fact that what your ideas can do, especially if they're good and wholesome to others. We're not talking about bad ideas, I'm talking about good ideas, right? He says, I, Benjamin Banks, believe that the fortune sought after by man lies within this very complex, diversified universe with all of its mysteries and wonders. So what I take from this is that he's saying personally he believes that the fortune, whatever that fortune may be for you, that man seek after lies within this very complex, diversified universe, right? So he's saying that the fortune is present, all right? He says man has been exploring its depths since the beginning of time in hopes of finding its hidden treasures, not realizing that the greatest resources on earth are humans. And this is amazing because man has been exploring since the beginning of time. Doesn't matter wherever man has been searching, exploring, trying to find all of the different treasures that the world have to offer. But the greatest treasure and the greatest resources, Benjamin is saying here on earth, are the humans themselves. Ain't that wonderful? That you yourself is the treasure. You yourself is the prize. Imagine if you had that mindset. You would be unstoppable. They are resourceful beings, he continues, who utilize everything that the earth has to offer. All of the earth resources have been placed at their disposal to better suit their needs. No one denied this, that the earth is subservient to us, or the things that's on the earth is subservient to us. No one would deny this. So the road to riches begins by being resourceful. Have you ever heard of the saying, you have to use what you got to get what you want? Of course you have, right? You have something inside you that you can utilize to get what you are after. All right? He says, okay, now ask yourself this question. What it is that I have that I am able to use to get what I want? And begin to look deeply within yourself and examine what it is you actually possess. And once you discover that, then it will not come as a surprise when I tell you that what you're looking at is your wealth and that you are already rich to begin with. Whoa, think about that. If we stop thinking that the things that are external, the things that's on the outside of us, are what's going to bring us about happiness or bring our fortune to us or give us all of the things that we want, then we're looking at it backwards. The perspective is off. And then we're going to find ourselves being enslaved towards those things, being controlled by those things. What is the thought of others? What is possessions? We're going to find ourselves being subservient to those things than the other way around, as it's intended to be, that it's supposed to be subservient to you. That's because you went out of yourself to find whatever it is you were looking for instead of starting within yourself to attract whatever it is you're looking for. And I think that's pretty much what he's expressing here, right? Because he's telling you that he's telling you that what you're looking at is your wealth. When you do that deep dive, that soul searching, and you realize what's inside you, that is wealth. No, it's not money, but it is better than money. No, it's not no physical possession, such as a car, such as a house, such as these different things. No, but it is better than that because it is a form of wealth that is natural, right? Okay, that is not restricted to an area code or restricted to a piece of paper. No, it is deeper than that. I think that if we really start to just take our mindset and begin to look inwardly and project it outwardly, we will be unstoppable. Our self-confidence will be on the beam, meaning it will be high, all right? And it won't be low. It's because we have allowed ourselves to become subservient to everything around us and not allow the other way to take place and allow those things to become subservient to us. He continues, he says, that's right, my friend. The fortune you so covetously desire lies within you. I mean, every faculty you've been given has been orchestrated and designed in your favor. Just having the ability to utilize them is a treasure in and of itself. The eyes, ears, and mouth, the heart, mind, and limbs are life definition of wealth, and for the one who possesses all of the above is considered wealthy. Now think about this. You are already above the red line. You're not working from in the hole. You're not -0, -0.5. No, you're already above. You are already rich. If you possess these faculties, these abilities, and you possess the ability to know how to utilize them to get what you want, you're already rich. All you need to do now is attract, right? They call it the laws of attraction. But the reality is, it's simple. You attract what it is that you want because it's supposed to be subservient to you. But you have to recognize that power that you have that's inside you. This is why we say what? Do not contain your passion. It's not meant to be locked away. Let it go. He continues, he says, this is why the one who is physically able is more capable to succeed than the one who isn't. Not to totally rule out those who are less fortunate by being physically deformed or mentally impaired. There's another set of abilities given to man that sets him apart from all others. And it is his ability to reason, articulate, and express himself. See, the word self, S-E-L-F, if examined carefully, means the soul, S, that earns, E, a living, L, from, F, within. Right? So we take the word self and we make it an acronym, so to speak, is what Benny is doing here. And he's telling us that word, in and of itself, means the soul that earns a living from within. So our mindset should be what? We hold all of the treasures inside of us, and it's not outside of us. And if you have a mindset like this, you would not be controlled by the opinions of others. You won't be afraid to pursue your passion. You won't be afraid to fulfill your passion or to show your dream. You won't be caught up in those senseless doubts that you have or others may have. You won't be caught into that abyss of distractions. No, you're going to be so confident because you know that you are the one in control and that it's coming from you and that you're going to attract whatever it is you want. You'll be unstoppable. And I think that's the point. You'll be unstoppable. He says, just think, how does one earn a living from within? By simply utilizing your abilities to acquire whatever it is you are aiming for. One becomes resourceful by utilizing his natural resources. There is no doubt that the natural resources are the greatest form of wealth. So if this is the case, that the greatest form of wealth is resources that are natural, then how much more so your own natural abilities? Imagine if someone told you that what you possess of your own abilities are the natural resources. That's what you need to get ahead. And if you think about it, that's really what you do need. Ain't you trading that? When you go work for somebody else's dream and to push forth their passion, what are you utilizing? Your faculties, whether it's your limbs, right? Whether it's your body, your ability to comprehend, to understand, to be able to do the task that they set for you, to carry out the workload that you allowed them to employ you for a payroll. And there's nothing wrong with working for somebody or helping them unite their passion. But you have to be willing to realize that you have something inside you to release as well, so that you don't have to become enslaved by that, or you don't have to regret years going by that you had this burning desire that you overlooked. So yeah, you have natural abilities. You're utilizing that all the times. Pepsi was an idea before it became the big company that we know today. Coca-Cola was an idea before it became the big company it was today. Walmart was an idea before it became the big company that it is today. If you think about every single thing that we have in this world, which the humans have brought into their existence from their inceptions of their dreams and carrying it out and executing those dreams and their passions, that's what it is. So you have something to offer to the world that can be just as big as that. But if you don't believe in yourself and if you don't dig deep inside and recognize the wealth that you already possess, you're losing. Then you might as well be working from a negative point zero, etc., etc., etc. You get it? He says, every man possesses faculties whereby he is able to function and operate within this world. Napoleon Hill was able to portray this outlook by going around interviewing people who were considered successful throughout the course of years, and he came to conclusion by studying their stories that richness is a state of mind. Henceforth, he named his book Think and Grow Rich. Now, Napoleon Hill had a famous book, which is Think and Grow Rich, and what he did is he went around interviewing people who were well off in society, right? And he wanted to, pick their brain and their experience to see how they were able to accumulate or to accomplish what they were able to accomplish. What was their secret? And he discovered that a lot of them mentioned, the things that we're talking about. It was an inward battle for them, an inward journey, and that they just utilized those God-given talents and those God-given abilities to be able to accumulate that it is what they want. And I think that's the reality that we have to harp on here. You are already rich. You're already wealthy. Start from there. Attract. Have the mindset. Richness is a state of mind. Attract. Don't chase. Don't chase. It's not befitting to chase. Survival mode is not the mode that any one of us should be working from. We should be working from the point of view of an inward to attracting the outward aspect. Everything in the universe, or in the world rather, everything in this world has been subservient to us, so allow it to actually serve us. Attract what we want, but put forth the effort. It ain't just going to come to you because you think of it. No, you're going to have to put in that effort. You're going to put in that work. It's going to require a lot of patience, a lot of dedication, determination, all of that good stuff, right? But you have to be willing to do it, and do not contain. Don't lock away your passion for no one. Don't become a slave of others, all right? But allow yourself to take control. And this is the affirmation, the daily affirmation I keep telling myself, especially, Nafis, you need to release that passion that's burning inside you, and you already know what it is you possess. Do not be afraid and forget what everybody else think. You have something to share. You have something that can benefit others. Then go ahead and share it and go ahead and benefit them, and you will see it blossom. It might don't blossom at the day of the inception of the idea. It might don't blossom within the first year of the idea. It might don't blossom within 10 years or 20 years. But guess what? You sparked and you started it, and trust me, it will blossom. You have to have that firm conviction. And if you can relate to anything that we said in this deposit or anything that was shared from the Benjamin Banks blueprint, then like I said, thank you for banking with Benny. And stay tuned to another deposit.